Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman?
Sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some might. It's a lot.
Too alarming now to talk
Today,
about.
the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions.
Take your pictures down and
My
check it
action
out.
stopped a war.
Truth or
Maybe.
consequence.
Not maybe. I
Say
did.
In
it
effect, you
aloud.
illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna
Use
be?
that
I'm not the one being
evidence.
interviewed,
Race
Superman.
it around.
Did you consult with the president?
There goes my
He's
hero.
seemingly acting as a representative
Him as he
of
Killing
goes.
anybody except for me.
around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Don't the best of them bleed it out, while the rest of them peter out. Truth or consequence, say it aloud. Use that evidence, race it around.
That's what makes you.
There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
Superman. He's not a man.
There goes my
He's an it.
hero. He's ordinary.
Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Kudos, my hero. Leaving all the past.
You have a
You
job.
know my hero. One that's all. There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You'd let me
There
interview you as
goes
Superman?
my hero. He's ordinary.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
There goes
Lane.
my hero.
Recently,
Watch him
you've come
as
under a
he
lot of fire
goes.
for what some
It's a
might.
lot of
It's
fire.
a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he
There
was going to look into your
goes
actions.
my hero.
That's funny.
He's
My action
ordinary.
stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman.
Superman returned to our screens in
Consult with the
2025, an action thriller for the
Seemingly
ages.
acting as a representative.
His own girlfriend Lois does not trust him, and so does the
doing
government. They side with Lex Luthor instead of Superman.
Myself in the same situation
What
and
happens
consider the
is
consequences.
extraordinary,
People are going
as
to die.
terrorists want to destroy the world, and only Superman can stop them. Will this vigilante swing into action, knowing that people
Hey,
don't
buddy.
trust him?
Eyes up here.
This is one of the greatest movies of the year, Superman. He fights for justice, he fights for what's right. He is Superman, the man of steel,
Who you are.
who wants to save your life. He fights fights for justice.
Superman.
He is Superman.
He's not a man. He's an it.
The very definition
Somehow
of
become the focal
faith
point of
can
the
move
entire world's
mountains.
conversation.
A man who must overcome
not
insurmountable odds to win the war.
that.
The war of humanity. The
I
war
claimed
of
your boots. Go get 'em
morality.
for you.
We must fight for justice, just as Superman does. Be your own hero, your own Cape Crusader. There goes my hero, watch as he goes.
You have a dog?
Every single thing that you say or do got me hang up. I'm falling in love with you, Kate Hudson. You amazing, Kate Hudson. I have a crush on you. Oh yeah, we're right back up on this. Today we shall be exploring romantic comedies and horror films featuring the likes of Kate Hudson, Matthew McConaughey, Elizabeth Moss, Lois Lane, and Clark Kent. Hang on to your seats because we shall rock your boat with no remorse. Of course, I'm just kidding. No, am I? We're going, of course. I wanna rock your boat, rock your boat. Kate Hudson is a supermodel, a philanthropist, a comedian, and an energetic actress whose sense of charm and awkwardness defined the early 2000s. With films like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and Bride Wars, Kate Hudson made it okay for women to play characters that are slutty and sometimes lonely. I'm so lonely. Maybe it may seem or maybe not. Kate Hudson's story began in 1979. She was born in Los Angeles, California on April 19th. 1979. Her parents are the legendary actress Goldie Hawn and of course Bill Hudson. Kate learned a lot about acting from her mom and decided to pave her own way in the acting kingdom. In 2000, Kate Hudson earned herself an Oscar nomination and a Golden Globe Award, hey, for her performance in Almost Famous. She wasn't almost famous, she was certainly big, baby. In the film, she played a groupie to a band we believe was a parody of the Rolling Stones. At the time, Kate Hudson was young, but still able to give a performance that is way too strong. Later on, Kate Hudson would gain attention for both good and bad reasons for making the film How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Like, oh my god, I love this film. In the film, Kate Hudson plays Andy Anderson or Lois Lane, and Matthew McConaughey plays Clark Kent or Superman. The film was a concept developed by DC Comics to show Clark Kent involved in romance without the superhero stuff. The only saving he would do is the heart of Lois Lane. Oh, so sweet and creepy. Lois Lane is stalking Clark Kent. She believes him to be a murderer or rapist, so she's hell-bent on uncovering his deep, dark secrets. Well, it turns out she's very wrong. He's neither villain nor murderer's foe, but a superhero. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. When Lois Lane finds out the truth, she becomes pissed and uncomfortable, heartbroken. Clark Kent is not the villain she had hoped for, so she decides to plot his downfall. By doing what? Dating him, of course. Okay, you show him a lesson. She vows to make Clark Kent believe he's the one, the only one, by making him fall head over heels for her. Then when he is totally in love with her, she will crush and break his heart. I'm gonna dump him so bad, he's gonna want to cry. Believe it or not, I have experienced this feeling quite a lot. I once dated a woman who cared and loved me so deeply, but after 3 months of dating, she suddenly vanished and returned to her heaven. Aww, leaving me heartbroken, and an exam that I had to cram for. It's as if she intentionally meant to break me before my big break in the final exam. Man, oh man, it was so hard to cram, but somehow I still managed to do it and got through to the next year unharmed. Her, on the other hand, struggled with the guilt from her poor decisions, and it haunts her till this day. But that's okay, I forgive her and love her anyway. But there's a distance between us bigger than the Milky Way. And I ain't talking about ice cream sundaes or beautiful coffee. I'm talking galaxies upon galaxies, baby. Maybe one day I'll return after sky gazing and then choose her to fall in love with again. But for now, well, let's just watch some movies. So in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Lois Lane makes Clark Kent fall for her and then decides she will dump him after 10 days. However, one thing leads to another and she's the one that falls head over heels. See, my boy Clark might be a nerdy man, but he's really got game. He played her, or at least he flirted with her so good such that she ended up falling deeply in love, but she still crushed his heart, okay? See, Clark also made a bet with his friends and brothers, one that involved Superman saving a woman from her own downfall and destruction without her even realizing. Throughout the Superman series, Clark dates and even marries Lois Lane because he's trying to stop her from doing dangerous things. She's the daughter of the Falcones, a loose cannon who commands an army that can destroy Metropolis and Gotham. In the critically acclaimed Penguin series, which won multiple Emmy Awards, Lois Lane played the psychotic daughter of the mob family that played Penguin and tried to kill him. Unlucky for her, Penguin made a secret deal with Batman, okay, one which allowed him immunity if he could bring down Lois Lane and her crime-committing family. In the end, Lois manages to escape scot-free, but only barely. I barely escaped. The film How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days had audiences split. Critics didn't really like it, they found it cheesy. But the audiences who love cheese and fondue fondled with the roles of Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey. These are the type of dream matches made in heaven, hey. So the audiences gave it an approval rating of 77%. Brilliant but not perfect. At the box office, the film was a smash hit, making over $177 million at the box office. How's that, critics? In your face.
From Composure Magazine.
Our resident how-to girl.
I want to write about things that matter.
What are you working on now?
How to lose a guy in 10 days.
I could start by dating a guy and then drive him away.
Doing everything girls do wrong in relationships.
I can sell myself to any woman.
I'd like to see you prove that.
You would.
Make a woman fall in love with you.
You're on. So who's the lucky girl?
Her.
Her who?
Her in the gray dress.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Barry.
Andy Anderson.
Oh, you are already falling in love with me.
I'm gonna make you wish you were dead.
In 2005, Kate Hudson returned for a horror thriller ride of our lives. In the film called Skeleton Key, Lois Lane goes on a mission to investigate the happenings of a haunted home. At a hospice, she's taking care of old people. The film is a precursor to films like The Conjuring and was key in inspiring the film's direction. The Skeleton Key also serves as a prequel to the critically acclaimed Oscar-winning film Get Out. In Get Out, mysterious white people start grooming the bodies of black people and use them to gain athletic and intellectual advantage in sports and even business. The outcome is a bizarre world full of monsters who have inhabited the bodies of talented black people. What they have actually done is more sinister and evil. They clone them, then using mind control, cause black people to do things that can damage their reputation, like be involved in shootouts and mass robberies. That's creating a situation where they are stereotyped by the Pope or the police. In the Skeleton Key, all of this is yet to happen. The house that is haunted holds the gateway to a portal that has supernatural abilities. We're ghosts. If one can access the Skeleton Key, they can mingle with ghosts and set them free to inhabit the land of the living. Oh my god, that is really ugly. Lois Lane wishes to have a ghost inhabit her soul and body so that she can become invincible, so that she can defeat her foe, who also happens to be a Cape Crusader husband called Superman. Awkward, very awkward. Her plan is to recover the Skeleton Key and use it for evil, but it is fumbled again and again. In the end, Lois Lane ends up fighting the very ghost that she wanted as a blessing, but now it's a curse. The film was not loved by the critics, citing the violence and horror direction to be too chaotic, hectic. On hindsight, they would probably admit they're wrong, as the film was quite amazing. Kate Hudson doesn't do too well with Rotten Tomatoes, okay, but it's okay, we love her.
It's
In 2008, Kate Hudson reunited with her on-screen husband, Clark Kent, or Matthew McConaughey, in a film called Fool's Gold. Alright, let's get this Fool's Gold. Fool's Gold is credited by Kevin Hart as the film that helped launch his art into superstardom. Believe it or not, Kevin Hart played the villain and he did a great job too. His performance was bone-chilling and absolutely thrilling and just hilarious, because why have such a short villain? I'm kidding, we love you, Kevin. Well, I heard from a little birdie in Hollywood that Kevin Hart's appearance inspired the Minions. That's right, if you think about Despicable Me. Despicable Me is, well, it's a spin-off of Austin Powers. It's what happens when Dr. Evil becomes a good guy, and you can think of Ben Troyer and Kevin Hart as his minions. So they're literally little people that maybe wear disguises to look yellow. Amazing, right? Amazing. Okay, so now back to Fool's Gold. This time in Fool's Gold, we have Clark Kent searching for gold that went missing from the Indian Ocean. He believes pirates may have used a teleportation machine to move it to a different dimension. Okay, so pirates are quite sophisticated. This is dangerous because the gold that is missing belongs to an Asian kingdom, and that kingdom don't like to lose their prized possession. Well, what happens if they lose their consequences, my friend? The extreme life-threatening consequences. In The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, an Asian kingdom comes back to life after pirates stole their gold. Little did they know their gold was cursed and now they must suffer consequences for stealing it from the earth. Something similar was going to happen in Fool's Gold if Clark Kent didn't find the stolen gold and return it to its rightful inhabitants in time. In his way of gold searching is none other than a close loved one, the beautiful, the sexy Lois Lane. Of course, how could I not see that coming? Exactly, the thing is, Lois Lane wishes to take the gold and run. She wants to build her own underworld kingdom, featuring Aquaman and other seamen that can help her gain dominion over the earth. Evil laughter. I'm an evil woman pretending to be nice and pretty. The events of a world in which everything is taken over by an underwater kingdom is seen in the film Waterworld, starring the amazing Kevin Costner. In it, Kevin Costner played Aquaman, a man hell-bent on returning the earth to its original land and water separate kingdom. To stop the events of Waterworld from eventually happening, it's up to Superman to stop Lois Lane. Believe it or not, the movies The Day After Tomorrow and Hard Rain starring Christian Slater are related to Waterworld. See, in Hard Rain, it keeps on raining until we have a Waterworld. In The Day After Tomorrow, it rains and rains until the world becomes water. All this is connected to Waterworld by Kevin Costner. Movies are all related. So, in Fool's Gold, to stop the events of Waterworld, The Day After Tomorrow, and the events of Hard Rain from happening, Clark Kent must stop Lois Lane. But she continuously double-crosses him, leading him to do his own private investigations. How can I stop a woman as fine as this? Alright. After discovering what he should do to stop Lois Lane from making terrible things happen, he stops her in her tracks and manages to save the world from none other than Kevin Hart, Lois Lane's secret minion. The film was a total blast with action comedy to make life seem very pretty. I feel pretty. Ultimately, I hated the fact that they had to give the gold up, and that really broke my heart. Superman, after everything, you couldn't even keep on going. Nope, it's Fool's Gold. Take it or you lose your soul. Take it back or you lose your soul. And that's the reason why in every gold hunting film they return the gold or give it to a museum, because it's cursed, my friends.
A hurricane sinks the greatest treasure fleet in history. 40 chests.
In 2025, Kate Hudson, playing the evil woman Lois Lane, returns in a movie called Shell. Shell is a dark comedy with elements of horror. It also stars Elizabeth Moss. You may know her from Mad Men and other, films.
I guess I just wanted you to...
Elizabeth Moore stars as Superwoman. Elizabeth is an undercover agent investigating the mysterious happenings of a biology lab that keeps making women younger and younger, like this who looks so beautiful. It apparently has a pattern of existence. Once you join into a My High Club, you become part of the Illuminati. They then promise to control your aging using mysterious magical face cream that can make you look 25 years younger. Like, oh my god, I'm so beautiful. Like, I need to try that. Initially, Superwoman, who is a struggling actress who suffers from extreme aging and ugliness. Well, she's not ugly, but she's starting to look a bit funny. Decides to join the lab and they're signing her soul to the devil. She hopes to become younger and more beautiful. Will you still love me when I'm no longer young and beautiful? No, I won't. You better get some plastic surgery. I'm kidding. We're gonna love you regardless of how you look like. So Lois Lane's friend, Superwoman, wants to become young and beautiful. She hopes to become younger and more beautiful so that she can dominate Hollywood, baby. How you like me now, baby? How you like me now? The film is set in the same universe as that of the critically acclaimed award-winning hit The Substance. After the horrific events of The Substance, Lois Lane's cloning lab, which was responsible for Demi Moore's horrific experience, was banned for good. You guys are bad. You can't do this to people. By using her power and influence in Hollywood, she managed to return everything to the way it was. Money makes all your problems go away. Her next victim for her evil invention is none other than Superwoman, played by Elizabeth Morse. Elizabeth Morse is seen as the perfect ugly duckling to be sucked into the clutches of the succubus herself. Using the aging cream created by magical lobster, Superwoman is initially turned into a monster. She's a giant lobster now, but after she threatened to sue Lois Lane for her incompetence and borderline terrorist bitch actions, Lois returned Superwoman to her original appearance. The two then battle for a share in the company. Lois initially offered Superwoman a stake, but then changed her mind after she realized it's gonna cost me more money, honey. And so, like every dumb-witted villain, she double-crosses someone who could do very bad shit stuff to her. I mean, we're talking about Superwoman in this case. However, in this world, Superwoman can't use her powers as she's under probation. So until she proves she is a good woman to Batman, she will not be able to use them and go kung fu bad shit on Lois. Yay, Lois. What this does is create real-world stakes for an ordinary woman who might turn into a lobster if she doesn't put on the cream given to her by the doctor. Ultimately, Superwoman manages to use her goodwill to stop Lois Lane and save the day. Okay. The film is very creepy and not really for everyone. I found it very funny but unusual. Its twisted direction is crazy.
All I want for our clients is to free them of self-doubt and inhibition.
See you on the other side.
Initializing body scan. 3, 2, 1.
Will you still love me
You have a
when I'm
chance
no longer young?
to achieve full potential.
I don't want to be
That's
an
hot.
ordinary
The
person.
incomparable Samantha
That's
Lane.
why I asked
I watched
plastic
every episode of your show.
surgeons to fix
I wanted to meet you.
up. A smaller
appetit.
nose will do.
This is
Forget
delicious.
the nosy
What is it?
neighbors. I am the Cape
It's me.
Crusader. I'm gonna be very famous.
What's that?
Will you
It's wet
still
on your
love
neck.
me when I'm
I think something's really wrong. There's something she's not telling me.
What is going on? Can I tell you a secret?
I think what? I think people disappeared. I'm scared you're gonna do something to me.
You're totally freaking out.
How you look determines who survives. There's only so much room at the top of the food chain.
Oh, give it a rest, Zoe. What's that?
The optics.
Lewis and Clark shall return.